Hello Leo, thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Lelima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the Magical Spell Oracle cards by Doreen Nope by Lucy Cavendish. I haven't used one. Well, there's a deck right in eyesight by her. That's why. I'm like, why am I saying her name? Okay. Relationship first, single second. Let's see what we got. Okay. Your partner has really good cards. You do too. I'm not saying you don't, but yours seem to be more shrouded in mystery for some reason, which is interesting. Not bad. Not bad. And when I say your partner has good cards, just so you're not wondering through the whole reading, they got the Lover's card here, spiritually, with the peace. Like, I feel like you bring a lot of peace to this person. Like, they feel like you're a great addition to their life. Your partner is just really happy and at peace with you. They're flat out in love with you. And I'm getting their challenge card here is to accept that. It's to accept that. They got the Six of Wands with the safe home protection. I feel like you have a very dynamic energy, which is stereotypical for a Leo. But I'm wondering if they have like, is there a confidence? No. What is the problem? Because I feel like they need to be more connected with that security of that. They need to feel more secure that like the two of you are bonded together and that things are very stable. For some reason, they seem to be a little bit on the questioning thing of how stable the situation is for some reason, or at least some factor to it. Now, I'm seeing this with you. The Four of Swords is where you're standing. Like you're contemplating some things, and I feel like you might have recently had some type of falling out with your partner. Maybe not a major one, but something where there was like a spat or something. And I'm getting like, you got this card face down, which is Aphrodite's love spell. I'm getting a little bit more schmoozing might help the situation. Your partner, I feel like, needs your attention a little more. They just need some intimate time with you. I feel like that would be very helpful here. Because I'm getting like, I feel like there was a little bit of a disagreement between you and them. And you might be moving on from it, but I feel like they might be wondering if you're still angry about it or there might be a little bit of residual resentment from it. Because what I'm seeing where you're standing is I'm getting, you're very stable. You're very stable in the situation. You got the Ten of Pentacles. You're grounded. You're locked right in. You're happy with the situation. I feel like you are happy with the situation. The fact that there's disputes or little spats once in a while, I almost feel like if this reading is hitting with you, I'd rather have a little spat than just brush something under the rug and just not deal with it. I'd rather deal with it and have a little disagreement than just ignore it and then possibly have major problems later on down the road. It's just, why do that? So I feel like that's where you're standing. And I feel like you're letting something go. You may have said some things, or some things may have been said that really weren't the best, but you're letting it go. You're putting it to rest. You're just you're thinking about what happened a little bit, and it might be making you a little distant from your partner, but it's not like you're angry. You're just kind of like a little standoffish. I don't feel like you're like smoldering about it. You're just kind of like, yeah, maybe just a little moment apart might help me a little bit. I feel like that's where you're standing. But they seem to be wanting to be closer to you. Now, the Eight of Wands is on their side. They realize you're letting something go. They realize you're moving on from the spat. But I feel like they're worried that you might be a little bit less than happy with them. Like, I feel like they're picking up on that. And it's not like it's still, you're not smoldering with it. I feel like you just kind of want a little bit of a break. You just want a little bit of a distance between you and them, just because some things that were said in that situation, I feel like it's just leaving a bad taste. You're not angry. So I don't want to give that impression. And I feel like I have to say that 50,000 times for some reason. But it's just kind of left a bad taste. You're just kind of like, I didn't like the way that came off. I do feel like they kind of want to make up for that. They want to make amends for that. And I do feel like they totally want to rectify or get over the situation, and they want to help you see or help make amends for it. I'm seeing you with your challenge card of the Hermit card, though. Even though you're not angry, the fact that it left a bad taste in your mouth and you might be thinking about it, I feel like the more time you think about it on your own, the less productive that is. I feel like you definitely want to bring this towards your partner, and just kind of say, you know, I remember you said this, and I know you were just mad at the moment, but that bothered me a little bit. I just wanted to let you know that did bother me. Because just because you're Leo, and Leos tend to move on from things, they get mad quickly, but they get over it quickly. Sometimes things stick a little bit, and something is just kind of bothering you, that they said something that you don't believe is true, and you just want to get a little clarification about why they said something. I feel like one of the reasons you might be holding back from this a little bit is because when you have something to say and something does bother you, it can come across very easily with a bit of passion, and you know that. So you're like, I don't really want to start another argument. I do want to address it, but I don't really need to start another argument about it. So I feel like that might be how you're looking at it. Like, I know how this felt for me, and I don't mean to start an argument, but I've seen how this happens with my partner before. I'll say something, they'll counter it, and then I'll get upset. And I'll make the point that I'm trying to make, and then they'll get upset, and then it'll just start an argument. And I don't really want to go down that road. But I'm getting the more you stay in your own mind about this, the less productive it feels to me. It just feels like it's not really working to your advantage. Because I feel like where this is eventually going to end up is the Knight of Cups going... Nope, this is not the Knight, this is the King. The King of Cups, which is you going toward your partner, sharing your feelings about that moment. Because I feel like it's lingering on you. And this is face down, and it's the energy card. You're going to come forward with passion either way. It's going to happen sooner or later. It's going to come home. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I just don't feel a way it's going to not happen. I just think it's funny that I was talking about that, and this is face down, which is what it is. You're definitely coming forward with passion. It's coming forward with energy. You're saying it, and you're purposely making a point. Like, no, I want to know exactly why you said that, because that bothered me. I'm getting them on the other side with the World. This is good, actually, because some people view this in different ways. I'm getting they're actually coming forward. They're explaining why they said what they said. And I feel like this is actually being hashed out. There may be a bit of a... I don't feel like a big yelling argument, but there may be a bit of a spat here. It might be a little bit... But I feel like the other person is explaining what they feel. Like, you're getting the answers you need to get. And I feel like it's ironing... The situation is actually getting ironed out through this moment. The World is telling me you're putting the situation to rest. Because I feel like they might have said something a little bit out of focus. And I feel like they're explaining that. And I feel like it's coming more forward. I feel like it's putting the issue to rest. Because they have the Knight of Wands. And they're realizing, that they upset you. And I feel like it's kind of one of those things where they feel like over time they have to make it up to you a little bit. And it's going to take a little time for them to do that. But this is I always say this, I explain this card, that Nine of Wands. The first one has a bunch of greenery on it, the rest of them don't. This is the first step. It's like addressing it is the completion of the first step in correcting the situation. And they're viewing it like that. Like there's a lot they have to do to finish it. But they're going to keep in line with it because I feel like they realize they said something a little off color that they didn't mean for it to come off that way. So I feel like this is getting better from that moment. I don't feel like anybody's upset about this argument after it's over. I feel like everybody, both of you I should say, feel better. Both of you feel better after it because things were said, ironed out, and each of you know where you stand and how you feel. What makes things better for you is the moon. And I'm going to flip. Okay. The moon for you, I feel I'm seeing somebody in the dark, but I'm seeing somebody happy to, you're happy. I'm seeing a happy person looking at the moon. Not really sure what's going to come next, but happy to be there with this person. You don't know what to expect next from this person. I feel like whatever that was said, you didn't expect that to begin with. And you're still in that spot where, like, I don't know, something could come from left field again at any point. But I am glad to be with this person, and I'm glad we worked it out. I don't know what else might be out there in store for me, but I'm okay with it because I do love this person. And I'm getting, like, the healing here seems to be you just being, like, it's kind of like you're just letting it be. You're just kind of, like, open to possibilities. You don't know what's coming next, but you're okay with it. And just being at peace with it for some reason. That seems to be the healing. But I'm also getting a big factor to the healing is what's making things better for your partner. They have the star card. They're putting best foot forward. They're very hopeful that this is going to be put behind the two of you, and I feel like it will. And it just feels like the situation could have went a lot worse than it did. It's going pretty well, and I'm getting like the way your partner's handling it and like addressing and acknowledging your feelings. You don't really know where this is going in the future is what I'm getting, but you're hopeful. And you see that they're putting best foot forward, and you're hopeful for that reason. That's where the healing comes in. That's where the moon kicks in too. Like you don't know where this is going, but you're hopeful, and you're feeling that healing because your partner's moving forward, best foot forward. They addressed what you were feeling. They addressed what you said. They acknowledged it, and they're saying they're going to make it better going forward. And I feel like this is a situation where that's just one of those things that's going to have to be proof is in the pudding as time goes forward if they're actually going to hold to it. It feels like for the majority of them that they will, so I feel good about that. So I think we hit it. All right, so we got there. There's a lot of there's a little bit of anxiety with that, I noticed. Because I feel like whatever it is that they said that bothered you, it really had an impact on you. It's not small to you. It's not a small thing. You didn't like hearing it, and you're wondering if they really felt that way, whatever it was they said. So it's purposeful. It needs to be said. It needs to be taken care of. It needs to be addressed. So I think that's the big part of that. It needs to be addressed. Let's go into Leo single now. What do we have for Leo single? What do we have for single Leos? What do we have for single Leos? Messages for single Leos. Okay, what do we have here? We got two cards at the top here. I'm noticing one of them's the moon card. Not surprised. Alright, so let's shuffle these. I'm going to give a fair warning. My first thought is this might be a roller coaster. This might be a roller coaster where it goes good, bad, good. Oh boy, I didn't see him. There he is. I don't know if we really want to address him. Ugh. You got the devil card at the bottom. I'm just going to call him right out. And I feel like he's one of the reasons this is a roller coaster ride, but we'll see how it goes. Because when you're coming into this situation, I'm feeling like the other person with the not the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, the other person is very passionate and very much falling for you, but something doesn't match. Something isn't good. I'm getting this. This may have been going on for a while already. This interest may have been going on for a while already. Because I'm getting the Fool in the past, and I'm feeling like this person who's coming forward towards you with a lot of love, there's like, you didn't, I don't know, I'm getting there's like, you've played the Fool with this person before is what I'm getting. And I just feel like things have gone awry before. Now, it's a general read, so we're not saying this person is bad. We're just saying that things have gone awry. So for whatever reason, things just didn't work out. You've played the Fool before in the sense of like you knew this wasn't a good idea, and you've tried it before is what I'm getting. At the very least, you've had a similar person, and you kind of, if this is that route, if you haven't done this with the same person, if it's someone else, you can easily connect who the other person was that you did the same thing with. The same person, if it's not the same person, but somebody else came toward you with the same amount of passion and the same type of problems going on, and you knew it was a bad idea, but you just went forward with it, and it crashed and burned. Like, it's kind of like that kind of roller coaster where there's a lot of passion, but like this might go bad. because I'm getting you've played the Fool before in a similar situation, if not the exact same person, somebody just like this. It's like creepy, eerie, the same. Because you got the Six of Pentacles and the Moon at the top. Six of Pentacles is telling me you're very giving to the situation, but the Moon is saying you're it's like you're having a passionate moment here. You're getting caught up in the moment. You know that this isn't a good idea, but you're just letting yourself go with it. And the Devil card at the bottom is telling me, like, it's almost like physical passion is taking over here. Because this is happening. It doesn't seem like it led. No. Sorry, my cat's going to jump right in the middle of your reading. So if you see a cat popping out of nowhere, that's why. You got the Page of Swords in the center with the Hermit. And I'm getting, like, from the moment it gets going, even though you're in that passionate moment and you're having that moon glow, I'm getting you're paying attention and you're wondering right off the bat, like, should I be doing this? Like, the Hermit is saying, you're giving this thought right off the bat, like, oh, should I be involved in this? And the Page of Swords is like, you're trying to pay close attention, like, is this really the same as I've already done? Am I repeating something that didn't work already? You are online that way. Like, you're like, all right, I'm getting caught up in this, and it feels really good, and I've done this before, and you're very giving to the situation, but you're kind of like, is this all physical? Like, is this a really, really bad idea? Is this the same thing I've already done? Do I really want to be a part of this? And I'm getting the Four of Swords where you're standing is kind of like you're really thinking about this. And you're like, maybe I should just put this down and just kind of move on. Maybe this is a bad idea. And I'm getting like, this all seems to be like, has this even happened yet? If he jumps, just fair warning, your cat might jump down into the reading, so don't be startled. I probably will be, but has this happened yet? Because it feels like the moment has already happened, where this person is there, and you're already kind of like, you're getting involved with this person, and you're just kind of like, I don't know, should I be doing this? Should I really be doing this? And you're paying it close attention. You're really trying to discern whether, have I already done this and I already know where this is going, or is there something different here? The Devil card is making me feel like you're trying to see something there that's not. You're trying to see hope here that maybe really doesn't exist. Because what I feel coming next is actually the Ace of Cups, but the Let Go card is right there. They're saying this is not a good idea. The Ace of Cups hits, and I'm getting there's a passionate moment, but right with it, there's like, the passion comes in, there's a lot of excitement, but I'm getting there's a very big highlight to why this is not a good idea. A very big highlight to where this is not going to go well. And I'm getting, like, this person does love you. They have a lot of love to give to you, but I'm getting, like, there's a big highlight here. And I'm getting, like, this is the part where the Ten of Pentacles pops in from your thoughts. Like, you're realizing this is who this person is. This is not a changeable thing. This is who they are. And there's a mismatch. And you're seeing that. You're like, this is who they are. There's nothing to negotiate or change here. It's who they are. And you know who you are. Like, the difference is, even though there's a very beautiful, passionate moment, you're already feeling like, this is better. I should move on from this. I should move on from this. I feel like that's what's coming in. Now, I'm getting the Five of Cups with the Hierophant, and then the True Love come to me at the end. I feel like you realize that this is not a match. This is not going to be fulfilling. This is going to be more heartache and heartbreak than anything else. The Hierophant is telling me you don't expect anything better to come out of the situation than what you've already experienced. And the Five of Cups is telling me you are emotionally feeling it for this person, but the True Love come to me is like, don't settle for this. This is not saying anybody's bad. Not saying anything like that. Just, this is not a match. And this is just not going to work. True Love come to me is like, hold out for what really works for you. Find somebody who really matches your energy and that works for you. Because I'm getting the advice here, and I'm getting this as the advice. You're going to do what you need to do. The advice is for you to move on your own, to leave this behind, and just to protect yourself from the situation, just to disconnect, to let this go, to like leave this person on their own, let them be who they have to be. You're not here to live their life for them. They have to make their own decisions. They'll be fine. And the Nine of Pentacles is telling me it's like you're happier on your own in this situation. Disconnect and go towards something that matches. Nobody's a bad person here. It's not saying that. It's just saying that this is not a match. This is not going to work. I'm getting it over and over again. Like, this is not a match. Just because the passion is there. Like, Bonnie and Clyde had passion, and I think, what did they? Were they robbers? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, I don't even know how their actual relationship went, but they had disastrous results, and they hurt a lot of people, from what I remember. Like, I'm just saying, just because the passion's there doesn't mean that's going to be good enough. Because I feel like this is just a train wreck waiting to happen. And nobody's a bad person. It's just the two of you don't match well, is what I'm getting. If this reading hits, of course, because it's a general read. I think we're done. Alright, I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.